Well, it was, I suppose, an extraordinary event. 5,600 journalists have been accredited to cover the conclave and the election of the new Pope, and it seemed that many of them had crammed into Paul VI Hall to hear from the new pontiff. He thanked the journalists for their hard work and also said that they were representing in their profession truth, goodness and beauty, and he said that was very similar to the values that the Catholic Church also espoused. I think the most interesting element perhaps was when he was talking about how he decided that Francis was going to be his pontifical name. He said that when it appeared in the conclave that he had got two-thirds of the support from the cardinal electors, what he called the dangerous period, that one of his friends, Cardinal Hummers, turned to him and said, "Don't forget the poor." And it was at that point that he thought that Francis was the appropriate name to take. Well, I was standing outside listening to that papal audience together with thousands in the beautiful environment of St Peter's Square. Inside was Sky's Nick Pisa. So Nick, I should say, what did you think of his demeanour in there?
Well, he came across as very warm, very friendly. I must say I thought he appeared quite well, quite healthy, despite him being 76 years old, and certainly had a very clear, very strong voice. And at the end, when he met the journalists, he greeted a lot of them as if they were old friends. Admittedly, many of them were from Argentina, they were from South America, but he was embracing them, shaking hands with them, shaking hands, holding both their hands, and some he embraced, as I say, gave them a big hug. I was half expecting the next person in line to give him a high five. He seemed to get on that well with people. And there was also another incident at the end where there was a blind reporter came up with a guide dog, and everyone was next to me was saying, "Oh, will he pat the dog, will he stroke the dog?" And he did get down and stroke the dog, and there were loud cheers and applause to that as well. The atmosphere was very friendly, very warm, lots of chanting of his name, Francesco, Francesco, and Viva il Papa. But certainly a lot of colleagues that I've spoken to as well have also made the same connection, saying that this Pope appears to be a lot warmer and a lot friendlier than Pope Benedict was, or Emeritus Pope Benedict, I should say.
Obviously a very busy time for him. What else has he got on his schedule the next few days?
Excuse me. Well, the Vatican have released his agenda for the next week. He's celebrating Mass within the Vatican tomorrow morning. Then he has the Angelus as well at 12 o'clock. They're expecting 150,000 people here. Then, of course, we build up to that inaugural Mass on Tuesday, which starts 9:30, and the authorities there say they expect maybe 1 million people to be here. Then he has other meetings with those delegations that are coming here for that inaugural Mass, and that will close, the week will close on Saturday with that visit, as we've all been expecting and waiting for, to Castel Gandolfo, where he will see the Pope Emeritus, and we understand that he's going to be flying from here to Castel Gandolfo by helicopter.